Hi guys, it's Ellen and today I have a new scrapbooking layout to share with you, and in this layout I'm using the Heidi Swap Storyline Chapters collection. This is one of my favourite collections I've ever had. It's absolutely gorgeous, and I've got that matte paper that I wanted to use as my background. And I wanted to do some mixed media, but I didn't want to I didn't want to do it on top of the matte paper because I didn't want to warp it or anything, and also I was scared to ruin that paper because I absolutely love it. So I took a strip of white card and I've just torn that down the edge, and I'm going to sort of add this vertically along my page. So I've not added gesso or anything because this is quite a heavy white card, and I've just gone straight in with some texture paste and a cross stencil, and I'm going to watercolour it using the pink and yellow colours from the cut apart sheet you can see on the left. So I knew I wanted to use a few things from this sheet, and I'm just going to try and match the colours as best as I can with my watercolours. So once I'm happy with the pink and yellow, I'll start adding that to the card with the texture paste. So I'm just spraying my card with water first and then adding the watercolour on top, and I do a few layers. I'm just trying to do it so the colours mix as well, and I'm just going to keep adding paint until I'm happy with it. I'll dry it in between, and yeah, I'll just keep adding extra colour until I'm happy with how it's looking. So once all that's dried off, I'm ready to add it to my background paper. I wanted to add some lace on the left hand side, just as another texture to my page. So I'm just going to stick that to my page using some masking tape because I'm going to sew all along this edge. So I'm going to add that with my page using some double-sided tape just in the centre of that mixed media paper that I did, and then I'll stick that down, and then you'll see I ink around the edges with vintage photo because this collection has quite a lot of vintage looking elements, so I thought that would help make the mixed media paper stand out a bit more as well. And then I'll stick that down onto my paper, and I'm going to hand stitch all along the left edge, so where the paper and lace are stuck together, just to make sure that it's extra secure, and I like the texture of the stitching as well. So now I've got my photo here. This is of me and my boyfriend on holiday, and I thought this would work well because of the matte paper, so I thought I could talk about being on holiday and things. So yeah, like I said, I wanted to use this cut apart sheet. So I'm just going to cut out a few of the pieces. I really wanted to use this these pink and yellow tags. The pink one that says who, what, where, I think. So I wanted to use that sort of to add the journaling, because I didn't really need to add loads of journaling to this, but I thought I could just add where we were, what we were doing and things like that. And then another piece on the cut apart sheet was this frame, and it just so happened that my photo fit perfectly inside that frame, so I'm going to use that to back my photo. There's also this floral piece, and I wanted to just fussy cut out the flower to add that as another element as well. So this is sort of how my page is going to look. So I'm also going to add this there's a quote piece on the cut apart sheet that says stay close to those who feel like sunshine, and I wanted to add that, but I didn't want to add it just in the big sort of block that it was in, so I've trimmed out each line separately, and I'm going to add them all along the left side of my page. So I distress all of the edges of these pieces, and I also ink around them with the vintage photo distress ink as well, and then I add them with some foam to my page. So once I've added all of those word pieces, I'm going to map my photo onto the frame piece, and I distress the edges of my photo and of the frame as well, and then ink around the edge of that with vintage photo again. And then I'm going to add some foam tape behind this, but just to the top part of the photo, because I'm going to be layering up pieces behind that. So then I've got the two tag pieces that I wanted to use, and I'm going to layer these up so the yellow one would just sort of be a pop of colour behind the pink one. And again, I'm adding foam to the top pieces of these to make them stand out, and inking around the edges with vintage photo once again. And then I'm going to, like I said, add foam to the top of the tags, and then attach that to the photo. I'm going to take another piece of the lace that I used along the left hand side of the mixed media paper, and I'm going to use that to thread through the tags. I really love the texture of the lace on this layout. I added that pink journal card as another layer behind the photo. It separates the two yellow colours. And then I'm going through all of the die cut pieces from this collection and just picking out a few things that I think would work. I added a clear floral sticker along the right hand side of my photo, and there's also this sticker that said "Living Our Best Life," so I've just cut that in half and added that to the top of the photo. And then I've stuck everything down here. So I'm just going through and adding some final touches. I've got a sticker that says when, and I've added that at the bottom of the page and put the date next to it. And then I'm just adding a few more black and white stickers to add a pop more of black to the page. I also add one of these clear label stickers above and below my photo. I'm really loving the black and pastel colours combination at the minute. And the final thing I wanted to do is add some black splatters. I used watercolour for this, and it didn't go quite as well as I wanted. The colours seem to bleed out a little bit, but it ends up not looking too bad. I also added some black pearl drops off camera, and that's my page all finished. So I hope you enjoyed this video, and as always, thank you very much for being here. Bye guys!